Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It is me, Kia Simone, and we are here today to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Yes, I know I'm a day late. I pray I'll never be a dollar short, but we gonna just try to get on through with this review. Part of the reason I'm late is if I can really confide in y'all, I'd like to just share this. I have a special affinity for sitting around my house looking like stir-fried shit. And so when I decide I want to come down here and talk to y'all, I actually have to pull myself together, like comb my hair and put on some clothes and things. And I just couldn't get it together yesterday. I just couldn't. I just was like, you know what? It's not happening today. So it's going to have to happen tomorrow. And so here I am. After work, tired and dragged out, here to drag out. Okay, let's just let me get on into this review, because I don't think I got a lot to say, but I think I got a lot to say, because what happened in Vegas ain't staying in Vegas, and I got questions about what went on in Vegas. Let's get into it. And listen, I done been through it trying to get down here to talk to y'all. So if you notice some broken nails and things, just love me through it, all right? Don't you judge me. Don't you come down here, hey, 2, 3, 4, your nails missing. I know, okay? I know. So, and please subscribe while you're over here. Somewhere right up in somewhere. Just, click it. Thank you. All right, let's get into it. So this episode kicked off with Melody shooting her video for her song Telltale Signs. Now, we know I ain't no male fan, so we gonna get on male, off male, and move on. The video shoot looked really nice. She looked amazing. I do not like the song. I'm gonna just say that. I don't like the song. I don't take her serious as a singer, but I think the effort is definitely A-worthy. Yeah, that's it. So at the end of the video shoot, Mel sits down to talk to some girlfriend of hers that's there to help her with her kids. Well, somehow this conversation about how well Mel is doing and how great the video shoot went turned into a Martel rant session. It is just alarming to me how many of Mel's conversations turn into these rant sessions about Martel when nobody brought him up. And you want us all to believe that you're over him. No, baby, you is under him more now than you were when y'all were married, okay? I'm going to need you to really work your way out of that. Maybe with Dr. Francis or someone of the sort. So the next stop is Tisha goes to Blaque to check in with Jalen. They're talking about the fact that the entire staff of Blaque has walked out. And Jalen has been there with his inexperienced self trying to hold it all together. And Tisha's response to that is, where are my emails? See, Tisha is the kind of manager that causes entire staffs of people to walk out. How in Sam hell do you fix your face to go in this establishment and ask this young man who has been holding y'all's business together why haven't you been sending me the nightly emails about what's going on in the rest? And and I know that everybody quit, and I know that you're doing a lot of jobs, but just because you're trying to do all that doesn't mean you can just not do your job and slack on your job. Yeah, that's exactly what it means. That's exactly what it means. When you don't have a staff and you have 1 or 2 or 3 people trying to do the job of 4 or 5 or 6 people, that means there's going to be some slack somewhere. Now, if you don't like it, you can get your ass in there and work. Yep, that's what you can do. That's what you can do. I cannot stand managers like Tisha, okay? Jalen, you got a degree, you debt free, and you got a mom. Me, I walk the hell out, but that's just me. So, Marsau shows up to this party, and he's giving Jalen this blowing smoke up his ass speech about how well he held it together in the face of absolutely no staff and no support to run this restaurant. That, you could have easily said, I can't do this, but, to say that we made it through the weekend and we did well, that's a credit to you. So what do you think about us? So now that I've blown that smoke up your ass, could you shotgun it right back to me? No. So Jalen says, well, listen, quite honestly, y'all were a lot more hands-off than I expected. I didn't get the training I expected. This has been nothing like what I expected. And Marsau's response to that is, it's just so sad that Jalen doesn't see that he's getting this real world experience and that he's not realizing that he swam with the sharks. If you don't save that BS executive speech, Marsau, you might have been a good BS artist at one point in your life. However, what has happened here is you have been sharpening your iron on rubber. See, you have been using your BS skills on Tisha for the last 15 years. And baby, it takes iron to sharpen iron. So the BS you've become accustomed to running, it is not meeting the standard that is required to be as someone of moderate intelligence. Okay? It's just not. So after Jalen finally says, you know what, I'm pretty done with this conversation, Tisha and Marsau go on to talk about a trip that they have planned to Vegas. And Tisha takes this opportunity to also apologize for being so aggressive last episode when she, grabbed him by the face. That old CDV trigger. We leave them there putting chairs on the floor, because this is what they call help. Great job, guys. So the next stop is Maurice goes by Lewis's store. When he goes in, he kind of jokes with Lewis that, oh, I didn't know you were the receptionist. Like, you don't have a receptionist in here. Well, hey. You know what Lewis said? Lewis said something to Maurice that he should take back to Marsau. Lewis says, well, when you own the business, you have to do some of everything. Everything from the very back to the very front. You got to put your hands on. Hey, what a novel idea. You should go tell your brother. Yeah. So they rehashed the little vaping conversation that they had at Blaque. And, it's funny that in the last episode, we saw Lewis telling Tiffany how he wasn't going to entertain this conversation much more. And, he was talking real tough. And then Maurice walks in his business and rehashes the same conversation. And all he did was turn the other cheek. Maurice also uses this opportunity to invite Lewis and Tiffany on the Vegas trip. Yay. So then Mel goes by Destiny's house. She goes by Destiny's house to, for them to chat up about this trip that they've been invited on to go to Vegas. Whether Destiny is going to go. Destiny said, hell yeah, I'm going. I ain't been nowhere since I had this baby. And I don't give a damn if I'm late and ain't straight. I'm going. Okay? And Destiny makes a comment about, we're going to be the only single ones there. And here goes Mel. Well, no, girl, Martel will be there too. And, he's single. So, now we won't be. Hopefully they don't try to make us do no kind of joint activities because I don't want that. And she goes into a rant about Martel. Again. I ain't even going over that because I'm tired of Mel. So Destiny uses this opportunity to kind of kill a few birds with one stone. She says, okay, well, if that's the case, can I invoke the same right with Tiffany? Can I say I don't want to participate in any activities that Tiffany is participating in? Do not ask me to be a part of any teams or groups or anything like that. And so all of a sudden, Mel is, well, what is your problem with Tiffany? Babe, if you can do it with Martel, why can't she do it with Tiffany? Why, if you can't get over it with Martel, y'all are divorced now. If people don't even bring him up and you go off about Martel. Somebody asks you, how was the weather outside? It was all right till Martel got on the internet and started putting pictures of the sky up there like he belonged on the earth. Move on. Let go. Mel just got to move on. It's not a good look. It's giving bitter. Okay? It's giving miserable. It's giving stuck. I'm gonna want you to move on because it's not a good look. Okay? I'm just saying. Everybody arrives in Vegas. We get to Vegas, everybody gets on a party bus. The party bus has a pole on it. They decide they're gonna test out the pole. Tisha jumps on the pole first. I said, okay, Tisha. Tisha has been practicing. Okay? Kimmi is up next, and Kimmi was gonna do something on the pole, but they had to tell Kimmi sit down because Kimmi got on the top with all the side boob out and no bra on. This, Kimmi, you gonna give us a real show if you don't sit your ass down somewhere. So Kimmi went ahead and sat down. So then here come Tiffany and Louis, and they extend the opportunity to Tiffany to get on the pole. And here she goes cruising around the pole with all this talk. She's just talking. Girl, just say you don't know what to do with that pole and go sit down, okay? Like, don't get me wrong. I'd have probably been Tiffany too if I don't have a drink or 10. But you give me a yak or two, I'm going to all of a sudden be familiar with the pole, you know? It's just, hey, it's magic. I don't know. So they get to the house. Everybody's exploring the house. They're all excited to be there. And they all end up in the kitchen talking. Somehow they went from talking about the groceries in the kitchen to threesomes. So they bring up the fact that, Destiny thought Kimmi and Maurice wanted her. And Kimmi said, well, apparently Destiny thinks everybody wants her. She thinks Jalen wants her. She thinks I want her. I don't understand. Tisha said, well, maybe you're giving her the wrong signals. She says you touch her a lot. Kimmi says, well, who do I touch the most? And Tisha goes, Martel. Kimmi said, no, bitch. No. Now, I don't know if it's just me or did anybody else notice how Tisha kept eyeing Martel and looking at Martel, and then when they all went in the room and they decided they're not going to go out, they're just going to put on bathing suits and go kick it in the pool. And she got all these little itty bitty bathing suits that she want to wear. And Marsau was like, where you going in that? There's single men here. And she ain't but one single man and he ain't looking at me. Is it just me? Or I think Tisha want to take Martel for a ride. It was also quite telling when they showed the contrast of Kimmi in the room with Maurice getting ready and Tisha in the room with Marsau getting ready, how Kimmi don't have to ask her husband to follow her around and come help her get dressed, and say, can I please help you change your outfit? Do you need help putting your bathing suit on? Because I'd like to help you. Versus Tisha in the room with Marsau. You gonna come help me put on my bathing suit? Marsau said no. And she's like, come help me put on my bathing suit. Marsau's like, no, you don't need my help. She's like, okay, well, then don't try to help me take it off either. You won't need help taking it off. I said, oh my God. Marsau, if you ain't happy, just say that. Because, I mean, damn, if disinterested was a person. So everybody changes. They end up back in the kitchen and they're chatting again. There's some comments made. Tisha makes a comment to Maurice that it's Maurice's fault that Marsau has become this way because he didn't become this way until Maurice moved to Huntsville. Maurice and Marsau start jabbing at each other about how they were overweight. Maurice makes a comment about Marsau was overweight. Marsau makes a comment about Maurice was in an effed up marriage. And Tiffany jumps in from the side and says, yeah, and Kimmi jumped in to steal him away, didn't she? And enter the side chick conversation. That there is this suggestion that Kimmi was a side chick. And Kimmi is not hearing it. Maurice is not defending it. And everybody is laughing at it. Okay? It's looking real bad. So Kimmi kind of starts trying to playfully kind of fight with everybody about it and telling them she's nobody's side chick. She's never been a side chick. And she said, let me get the new girl straight. And she specifically addresses Tiffany and says, no, I did not steal anybody from anywhere. So they end up all outside in the pool. And I don't know why they keep talking, because they just gonna talk their way straight up to a fight. But in the pool, Marsau makes a comment to Martel about, you know, how he's sorry about everything he's been going through, but that he's been handling it like a champ. It sounds like Marsau is over there admiring and longing for the single divorce life. Like, I don't know, Marsau going through something over there. Tiffany jumps in with this comment about, yeah, but it's better on the other side. Right, babe? And she grabbed her damn husband like, Louis, please blink if you need help. So he's like, yeah, it's better. It's better on the other side. Yeah. And she's like, but no side chick action. And she points at Kimmi. So Martel falls out laughing. Kimmi gets to slapping on Martel. And Maurice said, well, Martel, you the one that started the rumor. Marsau says, well, you know, Martel was going through some very difficult things and was in a very evil place when he decided to start that rumor. And Martel goes, well, I got the rumor from Marsau. Oh. Now, here's the question that develops. Because for some reason, no one would defend this other than Kimmi. Nobody would say Kimmi was not a side chick, not even Maurice. Is it possible that Kimmi was a side chick and didn't know it? Is it possible that Maurice wasn't completely out of his marriage, but she doesn't know that? And the reason I'm going to say it might be possible is because they are married right now. And there are things that go on in their home that are kept from Kimmi. Maurice seems to be very, very good at keeping secrets. And he seems to be very, very good at compartmentalizing. So he keeps this over here and that over there. They do not mix. This is what this is and that is what that is. And so maybe Kimmi was a side chick and didn't know she was a side chick because she didn't sign up to be a side chick, but she was made a side chick. Because some of everybody, especially among the guys, seem to believe that Kimmi was the side chick. And Kimmi is adamant and vehement that she was not the side chick. Why won't nobody back her up? Now, I have seen since the episode that Maurice has gotten on Facebook and he's in these Facebook groups and he's posting how he didn't even meet Kimmi until after he filed for divorce and blase, blase, blah, and this, that, and the third. Sweetheart, we kind of need you to say that in the moment in front of the camera. Because otherwise, you just kind of are leaving Kimmi out there to drown. Maurice never really defended it. And so it kind of begs the question, was Kimmi a side chick? Because even Tisha has hinted at it. So what's really going on? And Kimmi gets so irritated that Kimmi is like, listen, it's not funny at this point. Y'all keep saying this, but it's not cute and it's not funny. And Marsau goes, it's funny. And she said, okay, well, is me being a side chick as funny as you having a side baby? And he says, yeah, that shit is funny as hell to me. And her response is, well, I don't see Tisha laughing. I don't think it's funny to Tisha. So while it might be funny to you and it's okay to you, it's damaging and hurtful to your partner. So please stop. It's not funny. Tisha gets in the confessional and says, I think this is Kimmi's way of trying to stick up for me, but she has a really poor way of doing it. I mean, she's just jabbing at Marsau because Marsau jabbed at her. I mean, that's not right. I don't know what in the I'ma hit you, you bet not hit me back hell. Why is it okay for Marsau to jab at her, but it's a problem when she jabs back? They need to take their little two-bit act and go on the road with it so they can get out my face with it. Because I'm sick of Marsau and Tisha at this point. So in response to Kimmi bringing that up, Tisha says, okay, well, let's bring stuff up since we bringing stuff up in front of everybody. Okay. So she brings up, well, my mama told me when everybody was at Blaque the other day, y'all got into it, you were banging on the table and screaming, shut the F up at her. And Kimmy's like, no, I didn't. She said, I'm sure I said the F word at some point, but I never said STFU to her, okay? And they did play a clip where Kimmi was saying something along the lines of, if you don't have proof, stop effing talking about it. Now, we already know how I kind of feel about getting in Miss Wanda's face, getting in people's mama's face. I'm not the biggest supporter of that. I'm not the biggest advocate of that, but it is what it is. And here's my thing now. While I'm not here for Kimmi telling Wanda about herself and this, that, and the third, recall last season that, I think it was last season, it was either first or second season, that Wanda was planning to go run up on Kimmi and check Kimmi. And Wanda made the comment, don't worry about me and Kimmi because me and Kimmi ain't that far apart in age. So, Miss Wanda, you can't go pick fights with people that you consider your peers and then go to your daughter because you know them through your daughter and tell them how you were disrespected as an elder when you already said you done had your sights set on this person and it was not an issue because y'all are peers. You don't get to be a peer when you want to curse them out and then be an elder when they curse you back. It don't work like that. And Tisha, you ain't got the sense to get out of a wet paper bag, so I don't expect you to even understand. You just gonna take whatever your mama told you and you going to fight in the street because you don't believe people supposed to jab back when they've been jabbed at. So Kimmi tries to explain the psychology behind what Wanda is doing to Tisha. She tries to explain to her gaslighting. She tries to use Jalen as an example and use Jalen's relationship with Tisha and the fact that she's not coming after Tisha every time Jalen tells her something unfavorable about his interaction or encounter with Tisha. And Tisha loses it. She loses sight of the point. She starts over talking Kimmi. Tisha, talking to Tisha is like talking to a brick wall that will talk back. It ain't gonna move. It ain't gonna understand nothing. It is pointless to talk to it, and it's gonna talk back. Like, I just cannot with Tisha. I cannot with Tisha. So she's carrying on about how that's inaccurate. That's not true. And Kimmi is just saying, like, listen, you're harping on the wrong point right now. Just listen and let me make my point. But Tisha is incapable of that. And well, that's your son, so you gonna defend him just like my mama gonna defend me. All right, listen, if you looking to justify the ghetto drama, just say you want to justify the ghetto drama because ghetto is how you like your drama. Just say that. But save it. Because this is another jab for jab. I can't with Tisha. I can't. So the episode came to an end with them arguing in the pool. Kimmi about cursing them out and telling them, I'm sick of all y'all asses. Y'all get on my nerves. I'm tired of y'all. Because y'all gonna sit up here and try to tell me that I don't hold my child accountable when y'all brought some stuff to me about y'all mama who y'all don't hold accountable. And what y'all said to me and about me and mine ain't true. Okay? That's where the episode ended. Yeah. And it looks like next week is going to be pretty explosive when Mel O.D. arrives. Let me tell you something. I'm so over the drama. I'm about to try to incorporate some other content into this channel. Like some daily inspirations, some poetry, some uplifting things. Because the drama is driving me up a wall, okay? In the meantime, please like, comment, and subscribe so you can be a part of whatever ups or downs we are dishing, okay? As always, thank you so much for coming by my channel, for letting me get it off my chest. I hope to see you at my next review and in my upcoming new content that will be on the channel. As always, love you, mean it. Bye.